Hi guys. In this session, we will understand how to read data from Excel sheet. Suppose this is the application and we need to log in this page by using multiple sets of data, right? Suppose you have a number of user ID and password and you need to verify all of them, right? Then how you can verify, right? So we can keep the data in Excel sheet and we can read user ID and password from there only, right? So how you can get user ID and password? You can scroll down and you can see here register here. So once you click on it, it will ask you to fill some details. Suppose I'm filling here Rekha 123. Phone number we can give something. Any phone number we can give, right? Email ID we can give any, and address you can give any. Postal code random you can give any postal code, and then country you can provide, and here user ID you need to provide, right? So whatever the user ID you want, you can put it here, right? Like I'm putting Rekha 123, and password I will put welcome, confirm password, and I will click on submit button. See, it got logged in, right? So if I click on sign off, so I will enter here Rekha 123, put the password welcome, and click on submit button. See, so this is the correct user ID and password. This is how you can create user ID and password. So one I already have created. This is the data sheet. I will keep the data here. So this is the credential which I have already created. I will put here Rekha as well. Rekha 123. Password will be welcome, right? So suppose you have a number of data, right? A number of user ID and password, and you need to check with all of them. Then you can keep the data like this. So in first row, we are keeping like header, username and password, and the actual data start from second row, right? So we can keep the data in Excel sheet so that it will be easy to read user ID and password, right? Now we can save it. So how we can read the Excel sheet? By using Apache POI, right? By using Apache POI, we can read the Excel sheet. So Apache POI is an API provided by Apache Foundation, which is a collection of different Java libraries. And those Java libraries gives the facility to read, write, and manipulate different Microsoft files, such as Excel sheet, PowerPoint, Word file, right? So by using this Apache POI, we can read and write, right? So I will explain you this as well. So as you know, Excel file contains workbooks. Let me show you. See, this is the Excel file. And if I'll click on save as, see, you can see here Excel workbook dot xlsx, means this is extension, right? Dot xlsx. So Excel sheet contains workbook and workbook contains sheet. This is a sheet, right? And this sheet contains multiple rows. See, this is a one row, this is a two row, this is a third row, right? So this Excel sheet contains multiple rows and multiple columns. These are the columns, right? Each row contains multiple cells. Cells is nothing, it's just column, right? These are the cells we can say. So this workbook, sheet, row and cell, these are interfaces, right? And if your file contains XLS extension, then you need to follow these things, right? These classes you need to follow. And if your Excel sheet extension is .xlsx, then you need to use XSSF workbook, right? And XSF sheet, row and cell, right? My Excel sheet contains, let me show you how we can check the extension. Suppose this is the sheet, right? So if I need to check the extension, then we can go to the properties and you can see here, this is the extension. So my Excel sheet extension is .xlss. Then I will follow these things, XSF. And if your file contains XLS, then you need to follow HSSF. Instead of X, you need to use H, right? Now I will create a framework. Here I will select this simple project, click on next button, give here project name. Project name I will give Apache POI. Same we can copy and paste in artifact ID, click on finish button. See, this project got created, Maven project. Now we can expand it and you can see here JRE 1.5. So we need Java 11. Then we need to go build path, click on libraries. Next, here we can select SE Java 11, click on finish. See, it got added, but we need to remove this one as well, right? So again, we can again go to the build path, configure build path. In configure build path, you can see two libraries. You can see you need to remove one of them. So we need to remove this one. You can select and you can remove it from here. Remove and then apply and close. That file got deleted. So now what else we need to do? We need to add dependencies. So how we can add dependencies? Here we will have to open tag for the dependency. I will write here dependencies. Within this, we need to copy and paste dependency. So I will have to open here ambient repository. And here you need to search Apache POI. Apache POI. Search it. See, so it is recommending this first one. Just need to copy. I will take the latest version. Copy this dependency. Paste it over here. And we need one more. Again, go back. So this first one we have copied. Now we need this POI as well. Click on it. Take the latest version. Copy this dependency and paste it over here. And now we need latest Selenium version as well. So I will search here Selenium. Now we can take the latest Selenium version as well. Latest Selenium version is 4.17. Copy these dependencies. Paste it over here. See, so now we have taken dependencies for Apache POI and Selenium. As of now, we require only these things. Click on Control S. As soon as you save, it will start downloading the dependencies. Right hand side at the bottom, you can see it is downloading, right? Download source and Java doc. So these are the Java libraries only, right? It got downloaded, right? Now you can see in Maven dependencies, it has downloaded all the files, right? Now we can start writing code. So what I'll do, I'll create a package. Package name we can give anything. Package name will start from small letter. So I will give here Excel operation. Click on finish. Now we can create one class. Reading Excel data. Click on finish, right? Now we can create one more package here. Package name I will give Excel data. We can put the data inside this Excel data. So this data sheet I will copy. We can copy it from here and we can paste it over here. See, this is our data, right? So under resources, we have created a package that is Excel data, and under the Excel data folder, we have pasted this data sheet, right? Now we can start writing code. See, so class we have created. Now we will have to use main method, and then we can use web driver. Driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Now we need to import this web driver. Now we can import this Chrome driver as well, and then you can import. Now we can maximize the window. Driver dot manage dot window dot maximize. After maximize, we can use implicit wait. Driver dot manage dot timeouts dot implicitly wait. We can use duration dot seconds, and here we can provide the time, wait time. Now we can use driver dot manage dot delete all cookies. It will delete the cookies, right? Now we can use driver dot get URL. Now here we need to paste application URL. So application URL is this. This is the application URL which we can paste it over here, right? So after pasting URL, what else we need to do? Now we will read Excel sheet. How we can read the Excel sheet, right? So for reading the Excel sheet, we use file input stream. File input stream. And for writing the Excel sheet, we use file output stream. But we are going to read the Excel sheet, so we will use file input stream, right? Here we can write FIS reference variable and then new file input stream. And in file input stream, we will have to pass path of the sheet. So we can write like this: double inverted comma dot this backslash, and then we need to provide this folder name. So what is the folder name? Folder name is Excel data, right? So we will write here Excel data, and then we need to provide sheet name. So what is the sheet name? Data, right? Data dot XLSX, right? Again, we need to import this Java IO, and then we need to add this. Either we can use try catch or you can use throws because it is checked exception, right? Now what else we can use? So as I have told you, if your file extension is .xlsx, then you need to use this XSSF workbook. So now we are going to use XSSF workbook to read the sheet, right? So here I will write reference variable WV is equal to, we will write new XSF workbook, and here we need to pass this reference variable of sheet. Now we can import this workbook. See, spelling is wrong. This workbook, it will be workbook. See, so now we are getting this package name. We can import now. Now again we can add this throws, right? After that we need to get the sheet, right? So again we will have to write X SSF sheet, and here we can give the reference variable sheet is equal to wv dot get sheet. Now we need to get the sheet, right? And here you will have to provide the sheet name. So sheet name is sheet 1, right? This is the sheet name. So this is the sheet name. I will copy it from here and I will paste it over there. Now we can import this. This is the class, right? So we need to import this. Now we will have to read row count, right? So how we can read the row count? We will have to write here int row count means it will return integer value, right? So we will use the int row count is equal to row count. I'm giving the reference variable. So here I will use sheet because we are going to check the row count of sheet only, right? This sheet. So I will write here sheet dot get last row number, right? Minus C. So whatever will be the last row of the data. So as you can see, last row of the data is 10. So first row you can see this is not the actual data, this is the header, right? So we will have to minus the first row. Get last row minus sheet dot get first row, right? Now it will read actual data only because it will take the last row and it will minus the first row. See, so data is available at second row. Second row all or index value start from 0, right? So this is the 0 row, this is the first row, right? This is the second row, and index value, as I told you, starts from 0. So this is 0th column, this is first column, right? So we will write the date, we will write the code like this: string username we will give one reference variable is equal to sheet dot the sheet dot get row, and row, see, this is the row, right? This is the row, and this is the 0th row, and this is the first row. So I will give here 1, right? And dot get cell. Cell is nothing, it's just column, right? Get cell. And cell I will give 0 because you can see this is 0 index, means this is 0 column and this is first column. This is 0 row, this is first row, right? So our data is available from first row. So the reason we have given 1 for the row and 0 for the column, because column is start from 0 and row data starts from 1. Get string cell value as well. We need to use this get string cell value. So what it will do, get string cell value, it will get the value which is available at this index, right? So I have given first row, 0th column. First row and 0th column means this is the first row, this is the first row, and this is the 0th column, means this is the cell value. So get string cell value, what it will do, it will get this data, this particular data only, right? Now we need to read this password as well. So for password, our data is available at first row and first column. This is the first column, right? So password is available first row, first column. So what I'll do here, I will write again string password is equal to this sheet dot get row. Now again row will be the same first row, because we are using, see, row will be the same now, because in same row this password is available. Now we are reading the password. We have read this username, now we need to read this password, right? So for reading the password, row will be 0, row will be 1 and column will be 1, right, for this password. So get row 1 and get cell again 1. Now again we need to read the cell value. Get the cell value means get string cell value. We have written code for get the username and password. What else we need to do? So I will write here driver dot find element by dot xpath. Now we need to write the xpath, right? Let's write the xpath for this username. So username is available. We can write the xpath. Tag name is input. Control F. This is the right xpath. We can copy and paste it over here. Now we need to pass the user ID. So first, for writing user ID, we use send key, and here user ID we will provide this one, because this data is coming from Excel sheet. It will take the data from Excel sheet and it will store in this username. We can pass this username here. Now for password as well, we can write driver dot find element it will be driver dot by dot xpath. Now we can write the xpath for password as well. For password name is password. So we can replace this username to password. This is the right xpath. We can copy and paste it over here. Again, we need to use send keys. And for the password, again, we can use this password here. So username as well, it is getting the data from Excel sheet. It is storing in this reference variable. For password as well, it is reading the data from Excel sheet and storing in this here password reference variable. So we can use this username and password like this, right? So before writing, we can clear the text box, right? If any text is written over there, then we can clear it out. So how we can clear? Driver dot find element by dot xpath, and xpath we will use the same xpath, this one. So first we are clearing it out for username dot clear. It means if any text is available in that text box, it will clear it out first and then it will write the XPath. Now we need to clear for password text box as well. Right. Suppose that if something is written over here, so what it will do, it will clear the first and then it will write, right? Every time it will clear. Right, after that, after entering the user ID and password, what we need to do, we need to click on submit button. This is the submit button. So for submit button as well, we need to write the XPath driver dot find element by dot XPath, and we will write the XPath here for submit this application. Name available submit. So we need to use click as well. And it is saying file not found. So this path is not correct. So what we can do, we can right click on this, go to the properties, copy this location and paste it over here. Right, this is a path of Excel sheet. Now we can again execute it. Great. See, user ID and password it has taken, right? It is reading and it got logged in successfully, right? Now what we can put the condition. See, suppose that we have a number of data, right? I'll open this sheet, system editor. See, we have these number of data, right? So to reading these number of data, we will have to use for loop, right? Because it is, as of now, it is reading only one data, right? So now we need to put for loop so that it will read all the data which is available, right? So we can put for loop here only. Int I is equal to, it will start reading data from first row. I is less than or equal to row count, this row count, right? And I plus plus here. Now we can put some condition here. Once it will logged in successfully, it will give some message, right? Suppose, see, so once it will logged in successful, it will give this message, right? So we need to verify this message. If this message is coming, it means it is getting logged in successfully. So now we can write the XPath for this. Tag name is S3 and this is text, right? So we can write here contains text. Now we can write the XPath here. Driver dot find element by dot XPath, right? And we can store in one reference variable. I will store in, we can use web element. Return type will be web element and we can write here confirmation message. confirmation message. Now we can import this web element and we can put some condition here. If this confirmation message is displayed, then I will say system dot out dot println, and here it will return pass. Else this out, it will return fail. Consider if user ID and password is incorrect, in that case you won't get this confirmation message, right? So in that case it will throw an exception, so we can use here try, so that it won't break our code, right? Catch exception, and here we can print e dot print stack trace, so that it will give all the details, right? Now what else we need to do? We need to close the file. We have opened this file, right? This file, it got opened here. Now we need to close. So here only we will close, right? So we will write this fis dot close, right? And again we need to refresh the page, right? Suppose we have logged in, right? After logged in, what we need to do, because we need to again enter the user ID and password. So what I'll do, I'll refresh the page. So how we can refresh the page? We can navigate. We can use a navigate. Driver dot navigate dot to. First we need to navigate some URL, that starting URL which we have used here, so that it will again and again it will refresh by using this navigate to method. Now we can try to execute once again. It is reading same user ID and password. Okay, something we are doing wrong. It is reading same user ID and password. It means it is not reading data from Excel sheet. See, we don't need to use double inverted comma. If you are using double inverted comma, it means it is taking as a string, right? This is the issue. And you can see it is highlighting in yellow, right? It means we are not using this password. We are using in string, right? If you remove this string, see this yellow highlight, it has gone, right? Now if you again rerun, then it should read data from Excel sheet. See, now it is taking right data from Excel sheet. All test keys got pass. And if you want to close the browser as well, after executing all the data, if you want to close the browser, then we can use here driver dot close or quit. You can use here. It will automatically close the window. Again, you can rerun. So once all the data will completed, it will close the window. See, it closed the window, right? So this is how we can read the data from Excel sheet, right? If you want, I can explain one more time. See, so we are launching the browser, maximizing the window. We are using implicit wait for 10 seconds. We are deleting the all cookies, launching this application, reading the Excel sheet. For reading a sheet, we are using XSSF workbook, right? Here we are getting the sheet. We are reading the row, and we are using for loop to read all the data which is available in the sheet, right? We are entering the username, entering the password, clicking on submit button, and once it is successful, we are reading the confirmation message, and here we are putting condition. If the successful message is displayed, then it will return pass, else it will return fail. And after that, we are closing the Excel sheet and then navigating again and again that application, and then here we are quitting the browser. If you have any doubt, then you can ask me in the comment. Thanks for watching this video.